regarding the advances that have been made in genetic medicine, and what do you think is the place for traditional medicine now?
Genetic medicine is a new chapter opened in the modern science. This is very precarious because it can lead to disasters, and it's too young to be tested. Genetic change is brought about in some insects, for instance, which was supposed to be a horror for certain crops, may have eradicated those insects, but at what cost? Maybe at the cost of some other insects which could not flourish under their domination, but they could be even more dangerous in many other ways. And moreover, the genetic changes brought about are not the last word said. Many genetic changes which are brought about do not stop at that, but further new distortions of the species begin to take place, which go on taking place, running into next and many other generations. And it may be too long for man to realize that the genetic changes which are brought about were in fact progressive internal changes which we have released and which may run into very dangerous consequences for man. On this subject, some advanced genetic scientists have already opined. They have made a group in America to contest the right of some other scientists to bring about these genetic changes, but I think no final decision has yet been taken. But one thing is very clear, that through genetic changes, when they produce certain welcome effects in grains, for instance, where the wheat grains grow bigger and larger, those scientists who know the subject, they say that their effect on the body or on the system may not be welcome at all. It may hurt, if not the first generation, the second or third generation of the people who consume these things. And how they will react to the natural phenomenon of assimilation and rejection. This phenomenon is a very complicated phenomenon, very profound and almost invisible. Not almost, entirely invisible. Because human system of assimilation and rejection is based on certain things which scientists do not understand. They have only come to understand that these things happen. But why should they happen? They don't know. There are some medicines which were supposed to be very beneficial for pregnant women, and it cured their nausea, and they felt absolutely happy under the influence of those medicines. But many among them, when they gave birth to the child they were carrying, it was distorted. It had no limbs, for instance, or misplaced organs, misplaced, his eyes instead of going here, maybe going there. Something happened. Completely, the organization of the living system was destroyed. Now, what follows is the most interesting part to which I am referring, in fact. The same companies proved scientifically that the formulae of the medicine the formula of the medicine which was given to both pregnant women who reacted favorably or unfavorably was exactly the same. There was no fault of theirs. They could not understand why it should not have acted exactly as it acted in other cases. But then some researchers discovered the culprit. The culprit was the spin of the atoms or molecules they were made of. Now the spin of the molecules of the same medicine with same formula, with same chemical properties, with the same physical properties, without the least change, is different. The spin is different. In some of the same chemicals, it could spin to the right, in some it could spin to the left. It was discovered that where, for instance, I'm not for sure the right spinning or left spinning was beneficial, but one of the spin was beneficial. And mothers who took that chemical, whose spin could not be determined by any electronic device, just it happened that some had the internal right spin, for instance. They were all right, their nausea disappeared, etc., etc. But some mothers took the left spinning molecules instead, and they played the havoc. Now, no scientific instrument can determine the spin of the molecules. There are other indirect ways to determine whether they spin right way or the left way. But in the chemical properties and physical properties, the scientists have not discovered the smallest element of change. But the effect is so horrendous in some that it appears unbelievable. What detected this? What was within the system which reacted against a certain spin? That shows, apart from other things, the existence of soul or mind, which somehow knows whether something is good for the body or bad for the body, which somehow determines things which scientific instruments cannot. Now this is something which applies also to the genetic changes brought about. When you genetically produce some food which is cheaper and because the grains are bigger, then of course you draw some economic benefits from that. But when this food is mixed with other food and we have a free intake of this diet available in the market, what other things may occur within the system we don't know as yet. And I think this is the debate which is going on in Britain as well nowadays, because somebody is protesting against buying cheap food from America and mixing it with ready-made food like you find in Tins and things. And they say you use it, but you have every responsibility to tell the buyer that in the food he or she they are buying, there is an element of this food whose consequences we do not know. So unless they clarify this, and in so many words, they are cheating their customers and cheating them to possibly some horrendous effects. So this is the answer to the question. Scientists may be honest or dishonest, that's a definite separate affair. How you use their scientific product is the most essential point.